Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Athena European University and Hellenic Mediterranean University colloquia talk. Today we have the pleasure to have with us Professor Anna Tatarczak. She is the Vice Dean for Education Quality at the University of Marie Curie Skłodowska in Poland. And she is an expert about game theory. She will speak today about game theory in practice, how to collaborate more effectively. Anna studied applied mathematics at actually the same university, Marie Curie Skłodowska University in Poland, and she did a PhD in mathematics in Jagiellonian University with a topic of properties of orthogonal polynomial typical real functions related to generation Bob functions. So I would like to give the floor. I would like to say once again that it's a great pleasure and honor for us to have today Professor Tatarczak with us. And your screen is already shared, so please start your presentation. You have 40 minutes. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, George. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to present this talk as a part of this Athena series talk. And the topic, it will be about the logistic and cooperation in the management. I use generally some mathematics approach, but in this talk, I try to limit myself as much as I could this mathematic notion, because I understand that probably some of you are not very familiar with mathematics in general. So let's start with this horizontal cooperation in logistics. So basically, cooperation between logistics service companies nowadays is playing an important role in a dynamic and competitive business environments. So the logistic industry encompasses a wide range of companies that provide services related to the transport, freight forwarding, and logistics. So facilitating the flow of goods and information between different market entities. So over, let's say, past 10 decades, we have a globalization, hyper competitiveness, and the increased importance of energy resources, and these things leading to the emergence of various relationships and form of cooperation between logistic companies. So in this segment, we are going to contrast two prevalent forms of collaboration in the logistic industry. One is, as you can see here, horizontal collaboration, and another one is a vertical collaboration. So looking at the diagram, notice the distinct layer representing the different market players. So here we have a customer, a number of customers. Here we have a firms, and here we have suppliers. So horizontal cooperation represent at the bottom of the figure occurs between firms operating at the same level of a supply chain. So same level of a supply chain is like a keyword here. And so we can imagine companies like ours who operate fleets of delivered vehicles, partnering with the similar entities. And by sharing resources such as transportation routes, storage facility, and distribution center, they can optimize operational costs, they can improve service, and they can increase efficiency, basic. So this is a strategy that fosters a collaboration environment where companies can scale their capability without necessarily increasing the size. And the opposite, moving to the vertical axis, we observe vertical collaboration, which align firms at different stage of the supply chain. So this includes suppliers, manufacturer, and distribution working in unison. So think a rough material provided directly aligning with the shipping firm and a retriever to streamline the path from production to consumer. So this is like the concept of vertical collaboration, and I'm going to focus basically on a horizontal cooperations. So is in a one word or in a few sentences, horizontal cooperation lets us join hands with the competitors to enhance our collective strength, while vertical cooperation help us climbing the leaders. So basically, like this Athena Union, we can say that it's some kind of horizontal cooperation between the university, because we are at the same stage of the university. So this is basically the difference between two types of logistic cooperation. So what are the typical problems and typical form of those kind of cooperation in logistic and in transportation? So first one, it will be a transportation planning within the scope of horizontal cooperation. It involves multiple organizations working together to optimize their logistic and distribution networks. So by sharing resources such as transportation and storage facility, those companies can reduce the cost basically. Another one is travel assessment problems. This is a logistical challenge that seeks to shortest possible route for a salesperson to visit a set of location and return to the starting point. So this is a cornerstone of operation research and the essential part of routing optimization in logistics. So in this problem, we can use the horizontal cooperation as well. Another one, this is a vehicle routing. So vehicle routing is an extension, we can say, of this traveling assessment problem. And this problem deals with the distribution of goods with a fleet of vehicles from a center depot to the various delivery locations. So in our horizontal cooperation, this problem optimize the routes of all vehicle collectively used by partnering entities. And the last one, the most common, because there are more than the 4 types of a problem in this horizontal cooperation, this is joint distribution. And it refers to the shared use of distribution facilities and transport resources by partnering firms. So it involves synchronizing planning and execution of logistic activity to move goods from the supplier to the customer. So I've mentioned a little bit about the benefits of cooperation, because the main question it will be, is it worth, and why is it worth to collaborate in this scheme of horizontal logistic operations? So by using this horizontal cooperation, we are not joining forces, but we are just collective power to drive transformation benefits across our operation. And the first benefits, it will be for sure cost reduction. So by pooling our resources together with those of our peers, be it sharing warehouse space or transportation routes, we can achieve significant economics of scale. So our first goal, it will be a cost reduction. Next one, it is usually improved service quality. So this type of a collaboration allows us to extend our capability and reach. So, for instance, by combining distribution network, we can offer more frequently deliver, reach new geographic area, or even provide additional service that we couldn't afford to offer independently. So this increased capability directly translates to better service for our customers and a strong competitiveness position in the market. So improve service quality, it is another one of the main benefits of those type of collaboration. And the third benefits, and increase the global priority is the reduced environmental impact. So when we collaborate horizontally, we are not just streamlining our business, we are also contributing to a greener planet. So sharing transportation means what? Few trips, which leads to lower emission, basically. So it is a step toward more sustainable operation that resonate with the value of our stakeholders and customers who are even more environmentally conscious. So this reduced environmental impact is another crucial benefits of those type of collaboration. And lastly, but not least, increase market share. So it's a strategic advance of horizontal collaboration for sure. So by combining strength together, we can leverage our improved cost structure and service quality to attract a broader customer base. This explanation isn't just about growth. It's about strengthening our foothold in the market, positioning ourselves as leaders who can meet demands more effectively and sustainability than we could alone. So in conclusion, in a few words, this type of collaboration in logistic horizontal collaboration is the strategic imperative. It allows us to be leaner, more agile, more responsive to the market, and it allows us to give our client excellent service, and environmental impact will be reduced for sure. So it's a clear path to not just serving, but improve today's competitive landscape. And those was the main benefits of this type of collaboration. So we could think about it. Is it a very common way to collaborate in today's market? Basically, it's not very common because, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're talking about the competitiveness. So we're talking about the same level of a supply chain, and it's not easy to, in terms of communication and information and trust each other, to cooperate with your peers at the same level of a supply chain. But we have some bigger or smaller sometimes, but I'm talking about the bigger example of real horizontal logistic cooperation. So let's start with the first one. This was a Henkel company. Colgate, the global leader in oral hygiene products, and Reckitt, this is a giant company in the health and the home product industry. So these companies operating in the distinct yet related market segments made the strategic decision to join forces in the logistic operation, those three companies. And the result of this collaboration were nothing short of remarkable. So vehicle loading efficiency escalate from a modest 75% to an impressive almost 95%. So it was like almost maximum. So this synchronization in distribution not only optimized the use of truck, because they use together the truck, but also achieve a sustainability environmental impact. So it was like a 20% reduction in the number of a vehicle lead to decrease the ton of carbon emission. And in terms of saving, the collaboration efforts of those three companies resulted in more than 1.5 less reduction of deliveries. So which transferred to the 1,000 of kilometers traveled and a reduction of 1,000 of liters of fuel consumption. So it was like not only cost reduction, but also the great impact on our environment, on our planet. So this case study explain how horizontal logistic cooperation can lead to improve cost efficiency and operation effectiveness as well. So it highlights that when companies look beyond competitiveness and work together, we can achieve mutually beneficial outcomes, and that also contribute to environmental impact. So it was that first example of those three companies that work together. Another companies, it was Mars and Nestle. And it was in the year 2009, those two food industry, respectively for their delightful confection and refreshing bottled water. So they decide to collaborative journey for a holiday delivered to Tesco. So the supermarket Tesco, one of the world's leading grocery retailer, which is. So Mars and Nestle, despite being competitors in a broader market, found common ground in the logistics. So they managed to synchronize their deliveries across all three of Tesco regional distribution centers. So this initiative mean that any party orders received by either company could be combined with a full truck roll to make the delivery. So they join forces to deliver the product to the Tesco market. So it was a strategic move designed to streamline the distribution process, and the goal was as well to reduce inefficiencies. So the result of this cooperation were rather impactful by merging over 16 shipments. They effectively eliminate approximately 7,000 miles of duplicate truck journeys. So they reduce the truck journey. So this was not only translating significant cost savings for both companies, for Mars and for Nestle, but as well this joint distribution reduce the carbon footprint and the environment benefits of those kind of collaboration. So it was Mars and Nestle. So maybe we can turn our attention to the automotive sector, where two companies, Ford and Volkswagen, have joined the forces and create an international coalition in the mobility sector, automotive rather sector. So this strategic alliance is centered on the shared development of electric and autonomous vehicle. So both companies with a long-standing engineering prowess have recognized the immense potential of pooling resources in response to this rapidly changing, automotive landscape. So Ford and Volkswagen are not just sharing the cost burden associated with research and development program in this arena, but also setting a brisk pace toward innovation. So they join forces together to create some research and development project. So it was another example, and the last one here, those are only the biggest one. It is a Lufthansa Cargo and United Airlines Cargo. So they have embarked a joint venture that is elevating the standard of air freight service. So this partnership is testament to involving nature of the aviation industry, we can say, and build the foundation of international cooperation in this sector. So those companies, Lufthansa and United Airlines Cargo, both leaders in the air freight market, have aligned their efforts to enhance the availability of air cargo service and to streamline the delivery process across the extensive international routes. So by synchronizing the cargo capacity and networks, the two airlines are ensure a more efficient cargo delivery experience. So the joint forces to deliver together the cargo. So the customers could have access to a broader array of flights option and a logistics solution, improving the flexibility and reliability of transportation goods across the borders. So in that part, I try to explain you a little bit what is the horizontal cooperation, what is the difference between horizontal and vertical collaboration, what are the main benefits of those type of cooperation, what are the problems, and what are the real example of this kind of collaboration. And now maybe we can turn on to another part of this lecture, because in my research, I use the game theory approach to solve those kind of problems that I mentioned. So maybe just a few words about the game theory, what is the game theory and why I choose the game theory to solve the problem. So I use the game theory to, to make a decision about the cost reduction, how to share the cost reduction between the players. So basically, the foundation of a game theory in the domain accesses goal alignment among collaborative parties. So this is not only garners together the trust, but also ensure that all entities, all the players are working toward common objectives with the shared benefits. So by analyzing and understanding the motivation driving logistic company towards cooperation, game theory could provide valuable insight that informs strategic decision making. So it acts as a compass, we can say. It acts as a guiding organization in crafting collaborative strategies that are not just theoretical sounds, but practical, effective, as I mentioned just one slide before. So game theory is like a instrumental. It offers structured methods to fair distribute profit among the partners, because this is the main problem when we cooperate together, when we have a 2 company, 3 company or more company. When they join forces, the main question, it will be how to distribute, how to share the cost, or how to share the profits among the partners in the way that it will be fair for them. And so it's a game theory that provides us some kind of instrument to answer on that question. And this framework based on a game theory help design incentive structure to encourage collaboration and discourage, to fall down, to split out the coalition, because we use the word the coalitions. So when it comes to conflict resolution, the principle of a game theory, we provide a structured way to resolving this kind of resolution, and it guides the development of negotiation strategy, foster the mutual beneficial solution, and mitigate conflict. It will be basically Also addressing like a risk management. Game theory evaluates and quantitative risk in horizontal cooperation, adding in the development of the plans and unexpected risk that may happen during this horizontal cooperation period. So this is like a main overlook about the game theory and the application of a game theory in horizontal logistic cooperation. And now I maybe try to explain you some rather simple example with some kind of calculation of one of the very famous concept of a game theory, which is called Shapley value. So Shapley value is a solution concept from the cooperative game theory, because I'm work mostly with this type of a game theory, which we call cooperative game theory. And this concept, Shapley value, assigned a fair distribution of the profits of the cost to player based on their individual contribution to the total profit or cost. I'm going to explain you this Shapley value based on some example, real example, or imagined example, rather imagined example. So let's assume that we have three strawberry suppliers, A, B, and C. So the Shapley value takes into account the added value each suppliers contribute to the alliance. So it considers all possible combination of suppliers and calculates the additional profit that each suppliers would bring if they were to join the coalition. So we have some steps here in the Shapley value. So we're supposed to have a list of coalition. So if we have three players, let's say we have three strawberry suppliers here. So all the coalition, it will be like A could collaborate with B, A, it will be another one. A could collaborate with C, B with C, and it could be as well one which we call a big coalition, when all the players work together, so it will be AC. So list of a coalition. Next, we're supposed to determine the value of each coalition. So we calculate basically how much profit each coalition would make, each type of coalition. And this includes the profit for each single supplier and each pair of supplier and all three suppliers together. Then marginal contribution. So for each supplier, we calculate the marginal contribution to each possible coalition, and average marginal contribution. So the Shapley value for each supplier is calculated by average the marginal contribution across all coalitions they are part of. So basically, by calculating the Shapley value, each supplier receives a portion of the total profit that reflects not only their own contribution, but also the added value to each possible coalition. So this method ensures that the profit is divided in a way that is fair and takes into account the strategic contribution of each supplier to overall profit generated by the coalition. So let's go back to our example. So imagine we have three strawberry suppliers, each with their own fields and clients. But the problem is they have a high transportation cost when delivering the goods independently. So when they do not work together. So they decide to join forces, combine the deliveries into single transportation route. So this collaboration not only reduces each suppliers, but also increase the combined profit. But what will be the question? So now the question arises. So the question is, how should this additional profit be shared among them. So this is the point where the Shapley value comes into play. So the Shapley value will provide us this fair solution to divide the profits, ensuring each supplier is rewarded according to the contribution to the total profit. Because the Shapley value takes into account every possible collision of the suppliers and their respective profits. So this is like the scenario that I just imagined for you, and I show you the imaginary numbers. So here you have the option. The first line is the option when the suppliers of strawberries work together. So when they work together, the profit is for A is 10, for B is 15, for C is 20. Here you have an option where they work in a pair. So as you can see, the profit is bigger than the first option when they work alone. And the third option, they work all three together. So the profit is the biggest one, yes. 60. Okay, so this profit, this is the profit when all three suppliers work together. But the question is how to, allocate based on this value, ensuring each suppliers a fairly way to divide this profit between them, so between those three suppliers. Okay, so we have an option that we calculate first the average contribution for A by considering all possible sequence in which collision can form. So here you have a calculation for a Shapley value for a supplier, and for the B and for C it will be very similar, and I didn't provide you those calculations, only for a Shapley value for A. So as you can see, we have a profit for the grand collision ABC. It is 60 currency, and we have to divide this between ABC. As you can see, the solution is here written by blue font. So if we add those numbers, we can see that this is the total profit 16. So according to the Shapley value, the supplier A is supposed to receive 15, 20, supplier B 20, and for C it will be 25. And the answer how to calculate those numbers, we can find them here. So first we have to calculate joint contribution when A join different coalitions, so all the combination here, and the average contribution, actually it's written here, so divided by 6, because these are the all the option of the coalition that we have for the 3 scenarios. So basically you use I will show you that formula to calculate the Shapley value. So basically I try to explain to you what is the horizontal cooperation in logistics, what are the benefits, what are the problems, what are the real example, and the main question in this type of cooperation is how to divide sometimes the cost, and as I explain you here with this simple example, the benefits. So how to do it in a fair way. So one approach, it will be to use a game theory solution, and one of the most famous game theory solution is a Shapley value. Of course, there are more than one concept from the game theory that provide us the answer of this question, but I think that for now it will be enough. So thank you to all of you for the discussion, for an opportunity for me to give you the lecture of horizontal cooperation in logistics, and I'm eager to hear your thoughts and answer on question you may have. Please feel free to ask.
Thank you very much, Professor, for the very nice and inspiring presentation about your research topic. I would like now to give the floor and open the floor for questions regarding this very interesting presentation. I would like to ask the participants if they have any question to type it in the chat, or you can unmute, raise your hand, and even open your video camera if you want to ask your question directly. Let's see if there is any question or not. Okay, otherwise, I actually have a question because I'm mostly related to the environmental, let's say, field. You mentioned during your presentation that this, tool, or let's call it tool, has an impact on the environmental footprint.
Yes.
And I have seen, like major companies in the field of aviation or the car industry, they have used this topic. So it means that there must be a huge impact. Can you please elaborate a bit more, or give us, like, if you have any numbers regarding the reduction of this figure of merit? Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for your question. Yes, as I mentioned, the impact on the environmental is quite big, because when we collaborate together, we reduce the number of a truck, we reduce the number of the miles or the kilometers that we have to take alone, because together it would be much more or less. And when I look at the number, sometimes when the company travel from point A from the point B, the truck is not full loaded, it's partially loaded. So in the case of Henkel, Colgate, and Reckitt, they calculate that at the beginning, when they work alone without the cooperation, they trucks were loaded up to maximum 75%. Okay, so it was not full loaded. But when they join forces, when they work together, this Henkel, Colgate, and Reckitt company, they can even almost have a full truck road loaded, so almost 100%, 95%. So if the truck is almost full loaded, it means that the kilometers it will be less kilometers for them, and the number is like 20% reduction in this case about the carbon emission. It was the result, 20%.
Okay, thank you very much for the response. I have a second question. While I will check if there is anything in the chat. Not really. Okay, if anyone wants to ask, please unmute if you would like, or raise your virtual hand. My second question is, we have seen from your presentation this tool works. They prefer to use the major companies. What about for like how efficient is this tool in terms of a smaller company or a startup or a small medium enterprise? What is?
So
do you have any data on this?
Yes, I have. So the size of a company is not really important. The key issue is that the trust between those companies, because in order to calculate those, Shapley value in this particular example, the company is supposed to share all the information about the cost. So this is a key issue. So the size of a company it's not important. So the approach and the vision of this concept are more or less the same for a small company, micro company, or for the big company. And of course, as I mentioned, we have not only one concept like a Shapley value, we have more concept, and those concepts, you know, we can't say that one of the concepts, for example, Shapley value is the best one for every example. So based on the real data, we do some kind of simulation, calculation, and we decide which concept is the best for this particular example. But I do not see the correlation between the, you know, the size of a company and the efficiency of some particular concept. Not only, I'm not talking only about the Shapley value.
Okay, thank you very much. Very clear. Reply. Do we have any other questions from the audience? It doesn't look like. So, Professor, I would like to thank you very much for your participation and your contribution to the Athena talks. It was a great pleasure and honor to have you here with us today. And also, I would like to thank, of course, the participants for their participation. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in another Athena talk. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.